My name is Jessica Lynch, and I'm the Donor Service Associate and Staff Advisor to the Youth Advisory Committee at the Community Foundation of the Holland Zealand area. And joining me today is Andrew Key, the current chair of the Youth Advisory Committee. We would like to share a little bit about what the YAC is and how it helps make change in our community. Andrew will be sharing a little bit about his experience on YAC and inviting young people in our community to consider applying for a few open spots. The Youth Advisory Committee, or YAC as we call it, was established in 1991 through a challenge grant from the Michigan Community Foundation Youth Project, which was funded by the W.K. Kellogg program. The mission and purpose of YAC is to empower young people, involve them in the community, and teach them about philanthropy while they serve as stewards through grant making. In any given year, the YAC has 18 to 20 members who represent our local high schools. They are responsible for reviewing funding requests and recommending grants for programs that benefit area youth. Our YAC made its first grant in 1993 to the Boys and Girls Club, and since then, the YAC has granted over $1.8 million to support youth in the Holland Zealand area, and over 200 students have served on the youth committee. YAC meets monthly. We're currently virtual to review funding requests and make recommendations for grants. And in non-COVID times, we also do site visits to local organizations. These visits allow the YAC members to see firsthand how our nonprofit partners fulfill their missions, and also gives them the opportunity to interact with some of the clients who may participate in the programs they helped fund. Andrew Key is the current chair of the YAC, and I'm so glad he was able to join me today to share a little bit about his experience. Hey, Andrew.
Hi.
So first, I'd just like you to tell us a little bit about you. What school do you go to, and what grade are you in?
My name is Andrew Key. I'm currently a senior at West Ottawa High School.
Perfect. Thanks, Andrew. How did
That
you
was
hear about YAC?
um, when I was a freshman, I was a part of Student Senate, and our president was one of the past chair for YAC, Dominic Aquino, and he was kind of the one who kind of brought it up to me and kind of encouraged me to join.
Awesome. What motivated you to join? You kind of said how you heard about it, but what was your motivation to joining YAC?
I was just I was like I said, I was a freshman, so I was just looking for any new things to be a part of, and it sounded different from like your usual club meetings that you would go to. So I decided to take a chance on it.
Cool. What was your first impression?
Going into YAC, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought it was gonna be just like your everyday. Oh, you meet once a month, just talk, and then you go out on about your day. But I think it's more than that. It was very eye-opening to me, I think.
Cool. Thank you. Has participating in YAC helped you develop any skills that you could maybe use in the future?
Yeah, being on YAC has taught me to keep an open mind. I've learned that not everyone is going to have the same perspective, same experience as me, and to be able to listen to others and maybe not share so much about myself and my perspective for just like for a moment and just listen is one skill that I probably take.
Absolutely. That's a great one. So like you said, the YAC is comprised of a lot of different students from different schools, and just curious what it's like to work as part of a group with different viewpoints and lived experiences. You touched on that a little bit, but
It's a very unique experience. There's not a lot of organizations, I feel like, that have the same opportunity as YAC, where you get to meet new people and listen to their stories. And it's, in the end, it's all very collaborative as you're working to choose certain organizations to give grants to. So.
Thank you. Is there a meaningful moment or grant that you can think of from your time on YAC?
I would say one of the grants are the racial equity grants, just because it's so relevant to what's happening now. And the Compassionate Heart Ministries was one where we got to visit, and it was one of my favorite site visits ever.
Those are both great ones. So as YACB chair, you also sit on the board of trustees for the foundation. And I'm just curious what that experience has been like for you.
It's very different. It's not your. I've never been on like an adult board before, so I remember my very first meeting. I was so nervous. I didn't know if I had to say anything or whatnot, but going to there every month is very. It's probably one of the highlights of each month now.
Cool. Glad to hear that. So if you were talking to a young person or a classmate who might be considered joining YAC but wasn't sure if they had the time or if they would enjoy it, what would you say to convince them just take the leap and to apply?
I would say just do it. You never know what you're going to expect. There's, like I said before, there's very few other organizations that do what Yak does, and is very unique. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy it a lot.
Cool. And what are your plans for the future?
I'm currently undecided on where I want to go. Still waiting to hear back from a few schools, but I'm hopefully majoring in either psych or law.
Very cool. That's exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining me, Andrew. And I just want to share that our application for YAC is currently open. We're accepting applications until Friday, April 2 at 5 p.m. And you can find more information on our website. And this really is a great opportunity for young people in our community. So please help us spread the word. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one.